Hi guys, so for today's video we're going to be talking about why I don't think I'm going to be buying one of the new Peter Mckinnon Polar Pro Variable ND filters, and we're going to be talking about a cheaper alternative that I think is almost as good for much less money. So, run the intro. So yeah, as I said in the intro, we're going to be talking about variable ND filters. We're going to be talking about why, even though the Peter Mckinnon ND filters look amazing, I don't think I'm going to be buying one. And for me, basically, that's just the price. And we're going to be talking about why I think I've got a better alternative for much less money. So, this is it. This is the variable ND from K&F Concept. I bought it on Amazon about a week or so ago, and I found it to be pretty damn good. And for only $42.99, it's well worth getting. So we're going to go out in the field and do some testing now. I've got to walk my dog anyway, so I'm going to take the dog for a walk, take the camera, and put it to the test. So as far as testing purposes goes, I don't have one of the Peter Mckinnon ND filters. I've seen lots of reviews of them online, and I know a bit about them, but I'm going to be comparing it to this. This is just a generic variable ND that I bought a couple of years ago, and this is what I was using until I bought that K&F one the other day. So we're going to be just putting it through the test with this and seeing how both fare up, and then we're going to be discussing why I think they're just as good as the Peter Mckinnon one, but for much less money. Let's get out and do it. Let's go testing. So yeah, here we are. We've just got the camera out of the bag. There's no filter at all attached at the moment. As you can see, the footage is really overexposed because we were shooting at 24 frames a second here in 4K, and we were trying to maintain the 180-degree shutter rule. So obviously we're having 50 frames a second to go double the 24, or as close as we can get to it. But it's hugely overexposed. Now we try with the cheaper ND filter. And as you can see, it's better. This is the minimum setting. It's better, but still a bit overexposed. I'm just going to adjust it a bit. Obviously here you can see there's starting to be a colour shift. It's starting to go bluey grey, and then it gets real dark. And as you can see now, the blue X pattern started to come in that people talk about with cheaper filters. Cannot stand it. It's horrible. It ruins the footage. Completely unusable. This is set to just below its maximum. It's supposed to be about 8 stops, but it's absolutely awful. So yeah, just twist it back a bit and it sort of goes, but it's still got a funny colour in the sky, slight greyness. And there, as you can see there, it just goes horrible. So yeah, cannot use this footage, waste of time, not really good at all. So if you're using this filter, you'd have to be careful. Now we use the K&F filter. This is set to its lowest setting, which is supposed to be 2 stops. As you can see, it's still pretty bright, but the no colour shift looks pretty good. So it stops at the end, so you can't twist it too far to get the X. Now we just start to change it down a bit, so it's 3 stops. As you can see, it's darker, 4 stops now, and then it goes to the 5 stop setting. So as you can see, it's pretty dark here. Nice good setting. This is maintaining the 50-degree 50 shutter, so pretty good really. No colour shift. We're just going to try some stills so we can see how we look on stills. So this is a shot with no filter, 1/800th of a second. Here we've got the K&F filter set on lowest. It's 320th of a second. Then we adjust it to highest. That gives us 1/25th of a second. And then this is the cheap filter again. gives us 250th of a second. As I said, it was a bit darker than the KNF. This is set to 6 stops, a quarter of a second. You can see there's a start vignette, and here it's maximum, but the foot is absolutely unusable, horrible. So yeah, we've just come back from our outdoor test, and I did find that the cheap ND filter was giving that horrible X. It did its job up until a point, but when it got to the last 2 stops of its movement, it was giving that horrible blue X and a bit of colour shift. In fact, terrible colour shift. The footage was unusable, as were the stills. So really, it's alright to an extent, but once you get to the last 2 stops of its range, definitely no. As far as the KNF goes, didn't have a single problem with it. I took pictures without it, took pictures with it set to all its different ranges. As I said, it has a hard stop on both ends, so there's no chance of it going too far and having that horrible X effect. No colour shift, lovely, no adverse effect to my images at all. And yeah, for, like I said, £42, whereas the Peter Mckinnon is $250 plus 45 delivery, so you're looking at $300 US, or about, I don't know, maybe £250 including delivery. Like I said, you can get 6 filters for the same price as one of the Peter Mckinnon. Okay, the Peter Mckinnon one looks nice. It has a nice lens cap, a nice gold edge to it, nice lovely goldy bronze sort of shimmer to the coating. But in real terms, is what you want to know is how it affects your footage. And the KNF does it perfectly. Can't really grumble. Does the job. And for $42.99, what do you expect? It's absolutely perfect. So, as I said, I'll be sticking to KNF filters. Won't be bothering with the Peter Mckinnon. It just ain't worth the money, in my opinion. Looks, like I said, it's probably a great filter, but is it a $300 great filter? I doubt it. So for $42.99, I'm going to stick with my KNF. Anyway, so if you like what you heard, fancy getting more of these tutorials, vlogs and behind the scenes videos, then make sure you click down here to subscribe, hit the bell, give the video a like if you found it interesting, and I look forward to seeing you next one. Adios.